No.
Okay, so now is the time to make hot sauce. This is how Dad makes hot sauce. Years ago, your mom told me after we had run out of some Tabasco sauce, and I said, why don't you pick some more up at the store? She said, you've got all those hot peppers out there, why don't you just come and, why don't you just make your own? So I've been making it ever since. All you ever do, it's very simple, is, and I'll give you a close-up on this in a minute, Camden Camp, is put a bunch, whatever peppers you've grown in the garden, or I guess you could buy them at a store if you wanted, in a pot with vinegar. All it is vinegar. Boil that until the peppers get loose and are kind of falling apart. I don't know, maybe 20 minutes on the stove. Some of it boiling, some of it not. And then you take that and you pour it into here, which I'll show you in a minute. So let me dump this out. Come over here. You can see what I have left over here. I'll get to that in a minute too. And once you've pureed it, and I'll show you that part in a second, you'll get a sauce that looks like that. And you're going to pour it into a strainer to get all the seeds and stuff out. And just to be more efficient, because I'm not very and your mom is, I'll just pour that over here for right now. Keep on holding. I'll be right back. Put that back on. And come over here. Focus on this. And all you do is this. Try not to get in too much of a rhythm or it starts to jump up at you. Hitting on different sides or whatever. So this is just a regular old strainer. See? It'll jump out at you. You don't want that really, but a little bit's not going to hurt anything. And all you're doing is getting the liquids through and keeping the solids behind. They're mostly just seeds and some pulp. And you saw what that looks like. You'll see it, you'll know you're done when it starts to get that point where it's all together like that. And it's just kind of one big glob. And you could keep it in a little bit more, but that's good enough. And I just throw that away. You could keep it and make something out of it if you wanted, I guess. And then you just continue with that rest of that batch that I poured in here for safekeeping. So that is how you do that. Come over to here and we'll show you this process. So you're going to take these that you've strained or that you've cooked, and you're going to pour them in, just pour them into the blender. You don't want to fill the blender too far, because that will cause problems when you turn it on. And as Camden is showing you, you can expect to choke a lot when you do this.
No, remember, I'm sick.
There's that too. And you want to fill the blender, I don't know, maybe halfway to 2/3 of the way full. And then you're going to dump in, I'm using kosher salt, I've also used sea salt, you can use regular salt. But I just dump in about that much once and about that much again. So that's just a big handful. Where's my top? It's over here. And you put the top on. I start the blender on its lowest setting to get it going. Then I just kind of walk it up a little bit, step at a time. So I can talk to you, I'll cut that off. And I let that go while I'm doing this over here. And by the time you're done with this batch, that batch will be finished processing. And in the end, you end up with lots of hot sauce. So that is a quick lesson on how to make Dad's hot sauce. Love you. One final thing I forgot to say while Camden was filming is that the peppers that we use are mostly, well, they're whatever I grew in the garden, really. You'll see in here there's a mix of, there's a lot of cayennes that happen to be in this one. I don't usually use that many, but I was trying to get rid of a bunch that I had in the freezer for a while. There's cayennes, there are jalapenos, there's little Thai chili peppers, a giant Thai actually. I use the giant Thai, and the little ones you see on the screen right now are little Tabascos, and those are my favorite ones to use. I normally also don't have the stems on it, but I did this time. But it's all good. So anyway, it's just a mix of peppers. I do not use habaneros too often, or maybe one or two in a batch total, because they're just so hot, and in the end I like the flavor and a little bit of heat, not like that burning heat that nobody really enjoys and thinks they're cool because they can eat it for some reason. But anyway, so again, it's just a mix of peppers that is blended in a blender with 2 palms full of salt per that much, you know, that you then take over to here and strain out and then bottle and give away to your friends and enjoy. So love y'all. Bye.